Hey everyone, my name is Jen Allan and I'm a certified personal trainer. I have two boys that have been in Little League since they've been about 5 years old, and they're 10 and 12. So my family's been in Little League. I love baseball, I'm a personal trainer, and I love seeing boys not be injured. So I am actually quite passionate about teaching proper stretching for baseball, and I've picked up all kinds of stretches along the way from pitching coaches and catching coaches from TPC here in town. So I thought I would show you my version of baseball stretches. I have both a 5-minute warm-up that can be like a pre-game warm-up for any team that just wants to get limbered up, especially in the shoulder area. And then I have a more extensive 10 to 20 minute stretch routine that you can do if you want to incorporate more cardio drills and agility and core. So I'm going to get you started showing you my 5-minute quick warm-up just to cover all of the muscle groups to make sure they're good and stretched out for pre-game. So let's go ahead and get started with that. The first thing that we want to do is we want to get our tissue warm. So it's always great to circle up your team and get jumping jacks going. So I'm going to show just like 10 reps of each thing so you can see. So this is not really a jumping jack that's going to do a whole lot. We want to see really big, dynamic jumping jacks. Squeezing my fists, getting all in, just getting our tissue nice and warm and get limbered up and ready to go. So we start with jacks. So right after jacks, we want to go into hip circles, okay? Really super important to loosen up those hips. What do baseball players use all the time? Their hips. So we want to get them loosened up both ways, left and right, just like that. Okay, after about 20 of those rotations, right here, bracing up the core, getting in those torso rotations, right here. So you go ahead and do about 20 of those. From there, I like to start warming up the laterals, the adductors, the hamstring, getting the hip flexors back and forth. Big dynamic reaches, getting your hips back. So we would do about 20 of those. From there, here we go. Straight leg kicks, otherwise known as toy soldiers, okay? Nice upright posture, touching opposite toe to opposite hand. So we would go ahead and get about 20 of those in. After that, we go into our runner stretch, okay? This is for the hip flexor. The back heel is up, nice upright posture, shoulders down and back. We pulse it up and down, right here. So we would do 20 on each leg. Then we'd switch, right here. Get those really good runner stretches in, okay? So after about 20 of those, I'd like to go into my prisoner squats, all right? So it's a squat, keep your chest lifted, hips back. I like to add a rotation. Anything that we can do to warm up that core, hips, here we go. So about 20 of those. All right, so after that, we're gonna go in to start warming up our shoulders, okay? This is super important because these young boys have young shoulder muscles. We wanna make sure that in their throwing and their pitching, their deltoid, their rotator cuff muscles are all getting warmed up with blood flow and oxygen. So I got my palms down, we're circling, then we go backwards, okay? About 10 reps of each of those. Not too fast, not too slow. Palms up, forward right here. And while they're doing this, you want to remind them to be thinking about their core, making sure to engage their abs, all right? And we go backwards, right here. So I'm starting to feel that heat. I feel that on my shoulders. All right, and then we repeat it with bigger arm circles a little faster. Down to the side and up, down to the side of the body and up, okay? So we would do about 10 of those. Then palms up and behind, palms up and behind. All right, all for those delicate shoulder muscles. We want to make sure that they don't get injured, okay? Then from there, I like to reach behind with my thumbs, squeeze between the scapula, come across the shoulder line, squeeze back, open it up, okay? This helps open up the chest wall. Here we go, squeezing those shoulder blades together, opening it all up. So we go ahead and we do some of those. All right, from here, I'd like to do my preacher figure eight. So you're gonna press those palms together. You're gonna make sure that you've got your feet in a straddle, and we're gonna start to rotate those shoulders forward as I'm pressing my palms in. So right here, like this. After about 10 of those, guess what? We go backwards. So backwards, backwards, figure eights. Awesome. Okay? Then we're gonna pull now. Pull and go forward in that figure eight. This is all about taking care of that rotator cuff, okay? And after about 10 of those, we go backwards as I'm still pulling. So these are really great. I like these a lot. All right. From here, we got our scarecrows. Down, up, right here. Okay, open, close, up and down. Nice and slow. About 10 of those, and then open and close this way. Here we go, open, close. So I'm really getting some good blood flow and oxygen into those shoulder blades, in between shoulder blades, deltoids, rotator cuff. Really, really good. All right, so after that, you want to shake it out. Shake out those arms, all right? Boom, right there. So now that we're good and go, we're going to work some other things. It's really important to wake up the core. We're going to walk down on my toes, not here, not here. We're going to be bracing up those abs, hips and glutes. Push your chest out, shoulder blades together, keep your chin tucked. This is going to wake up those abdominals, your chest, your shoulders. Walk back up. You do it again. Hold brace right there. Hold for about 5 seconds. Walk back up. From here, I like to go into some push-ups, all right? So, this is not a push-up. This is not a push-up. It's like a plank with mobility, with a level change, up to down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. When your team is starting off in the beginning of the season, 10 is a good number. But as their strength progresses, you want to grow to at least 20 push-ups at a time. That would be awesome. So one more stretch I want to show you. This is for catchers. This is called the scorpion. You're going to have your catchers lay down like so. What you're going to have them do is go side to side. Point the toe as far as they can get. This is hip activation. Really opening up those hips. After they've done about 20 of those, on the tummy, arms out, back, back, reach. Really opening up those hips. So that would be the scorpion. So that's an awesome 5-minute warm-up. I promise you, if you can just get that in for your team, they'll be ready to go for game day. However, if it's a regular practice and you have more time, guess what? There's more we can do. Okay, so what I like to do is get a couple cones about 10 yards apart. So I've got some cones right here. Pretend they're 10 yards apart. I like to get going with those high knees. Shoulders are down and back. Nice tight abs. This is what I call moving with purpose. Up, 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 up. They turn around, butt kickers. Wakes up the hamstrings, okay? So we got our butt kickers. So you'd have them go through that maybe 2 or 3 times. After that, the next cardio drill is a lateral shuffle. Everything stays lined up. So we're here, touchdowns. Chest is out, athletic ready position. Side to side, touch. If you want to incorporate more core into that, 2 laterals and a burpee. 1, 2, down, up. 1, 2, down, up. Okay? Of course, there's our karaoke. Again, hip activation, working those obliques right here. Okay? And then they go back. Right there at that shoulder line. So that's really great for hip activation. For working more of those hamstrings and glutes, I like to add in a gorilla run. So we're gonna lateral leap. Lateral leaping. Okay? And then we go back, leaping. So that is the gorilla run. The next thing, if you've got time, is to work on speed drills. These are what I call jog sprints. So you do a nice jog, and then quick turn, big power sprint. You would do those about 4 times again with about a 10-yard distance. Along with working the glutes and the hamstrings, traveling squats, keeping that chest lifted. There's like springs in those legs, getting your hips back. Turn it back. Boom. Woo, I feel that now. Those are awesome. So I think that's about everything on my list that I wanted to show you guys. And don't forget, really important is the static stretching at the end. Your quad stretches, hip flexor stretches, right here. You can go ahead, get those calves in, make sure to get those. Don't forget the shoulders. So, if you want to check out more of my programs, I'm a trainer in town under Jen Allan Fitness, JENALLAN fitness.com. I have boot camps. I have strength and core conditioning classes for all ages and all abilities, and I'd love to take care of your kids too. So check out my site, you can contact me, and I would love to help take your family or your baseball player to the next level. Thanks so much, guys.